This is Suit Up Sports. Suit Up Sports. Where opinions are as sharp as a tailored suit. No fluff, no gimmicks, just unfiltered, hard-hitting takes on sports and a whole lot more. It's time to suit up. Now here's your host, DJ the Suit Stout.
Welcome back to Suit Up Sports. I'm DJ the Suit Stout along with Frank Garcia. And now I know this is something Frank's been very excited about because we're going to talk food. Robert, who is one of the owners of Mother's here in Park Road Shopping Center, you've heard us talk about him all morning. And Robert's going to join us now. Not only is he a restaurant and food guru, but he's also a big sports guy. And I told Frank before the show that you two are going to hit it off because you both are from the same area and know a lot, I'm sure, of the same people.
West Coast is the best coast, baby.
Yes, sir.
I don't know about all that, but I'm 2 against 1, and I think y'all might get me. So, Robert, welcome to the show.
You got the left side of the offensive line over here.
That's right. I might even better gain a few yards behind you guys.
We might let a few people through on you, but you know, it happens.
Well, Robert, welcome to the show, but also welcome to Charlotte. Mother's is your first restaurant in North Carolina, and
Yes, sir.
I know you've told me about how that all came about, and you were lucky to find this great spot. If you're not familiar where Mother's is yet, it's a Park Road Shopping Center where Cantina used to be, but they totally gutted it, totally redid it. Wide open, great bar,
Right,
TVs
beautiful.
everywhere, garage doors open up to the front.
Incredible bar area.
Great bar area, and the food.
TVs everywhere.
Yeah, the food. So how's it going so far?
It's going well. You know, we're new to the market. Nobody really knows us yet. And it gives us a chance to perfect our product, kind of sharpen the stone, if you will, and get us ready. We've got our grand opening happening on October the 2nd.
Yep.
And I think we'll be ready for that. It's been a long process to get to this point. A lot of trials and tribulations through construction and, hiring a lot of people, especially when you're new to market, can be difficult. But we're doing really well right now for what we're doing. And, most of the people that come in here love what we're doing. We're seeing a lot of the same faces, repeat people, a lot of returning guests, which is exactly what we want to see. So we're really blessed for that.
No doubt about it. And when you look at the challenges in Charlotte, North Carolina, there's obviously a lot of them, but capturing those people is something that is hard to do, but I think it's really easy here. What's your biggest challenge? What's your biggest challenge here?
Right now, our biggest challenge is finding great staff and getting people to know that we're here. Those two things right there are, that's the bane of every restaurant. Is trying to get your name out, banging the drum loud enough that people see you and hear you. And then employees, a lot of people in this business, they don't want to leave where they're working right now because they're making great money and we're an unknown product to them right now. But once they come in with their friends, we go out a lot and say, hey, just come and check us out, try the food, see what you think. And they start seeing the crowds. And with time, the staff becomes great. We've got great people already. We've been super fortunate already to have who we have.
Yep.
But, it's just a continuing process to try and be better than we were the day before. And that's the big thing. People are so, this is such a great restaurant.
Yeah.
There are so many great chefs here, so many great concepts. We've met so many people and they've all been so accommodating and welcoming of us. And, just being a part of that community can get you there partly, but the rest of the way is just beating the drum to get people to come in, pulling them off the street, going over to the movie theater and going, get over here.
Right.
Come have an appetizer and a cocktail.
The one thing that I really like about Mother's is the menu. First of all, it has something for everybody. I mean, you can order breakfast from the time you open to the time you close, and their breakfast is unbelievable. The chicken and waffles out there, I really do think it's some of the best fried chicken I've ever had.
Thank you.
But the breakfast is great, and they serve it all morning, all day, all night. You've got an ice cream parlor over here for the kids, 8 different ice creams that I have tasted several of that are very good. And then you even have a menu, a part of the menu for dogs. You're very dog friendly.
Kids. DJ likes to order for the kids.
I did. I told my sister-in-law asked me last week, did he have a kids menu? And I said, yeah, it's right here. And I pointed to that. And she goes, DJ, that's the menu for the dogs. I'm like, oh, all right. Well, they do have a kids menu.
We do.
But it's very kid friendly, dog friendly. And then the other part that I really have appreciated from somebody who's been in Charlotte my entire life is you got, a lot of new businesses come in and they talk a good game about being a part of the community and giving back. And then you really don't see them do that. And you guys have been open, I believe, for a month. And I can't count the number of charitable events you do. You have a part of your menu that goes to charity. It's something that you guys actually believe in. And in 1 month, you've already, gotten involved with schools. I know Charlotte Catholic, where Frank's one of the coaches. You've already gotten involved with them. So tell us why that's been important to you and where that comes from.
Sure. So Pete and I are, we're good Catholic boys, for lack of a better term. And, we want to do good, not just make money. We're in business.
Yep.
At the end of the day, we are here in business, and we're here to make money for ourselves and our investors. But if we can make money for other people and help the world at the same time, it's a win. And the more we've done it, the better you feel,
Yep.
When you're helping other people and we just want to be a part of that. Our restaurants on the West Coast, we've raised over $1 million in 14 years for local charities, local GoFundMes, people going through it, having a time and needing some assistance. We're going to be there as much as we can. The schools, we focus really big on the kids, because at the end of the day, that's, kids and families are all together, and we want to help children as much as we can.
Well, and I think one of the things that I was really drawn in by was the amount of people that followed you here from California.
Yeah.
The workers, your chef, some of your managers, the loyalty that your staff has says a lot about the ownership, because as you pointed out, it's easy to just say, okay, I'm going to go find a job somewhere else. It's really hard to keep the good employees and keep them happy, and that's one of the things that obviously you've done, because you brought them here with you as well.
And that is something we're extremely proud of. Our operating partner here, Melissa Boggs, I think she spoke to you guys the last time. She's been with us for 11 years. She moved from. She is from Virginia, and we brought her back closer to home so she could be closer to her family. But we really, we pride ourselves in taking care of our people, trying to adapt to the current, workforce, the life, what everybody wants, trying to find that balance. We try to do our best to work with people and our employees and give them that peace of mind that where they're working is a good place.
Well, that like Frank said, that I've owned restaurants and been in the restaurant business, and have clients that are restaurants, and that is uncommon to have people stay that long in the restaurant business, and that is shows how you guys treat your staff. And if you are looking for a job right now, I know you guys are looking for bartenders and servers and waiters and cooks. So come on in here, and I'm sure it'll take you.
DJ's always looking for a good bartender.
Exactly.
Yeah, well,
they're hard to find,
and it's not to work for it, so he can order from.
Exactly.
Well, I need somebody who gives me special attention, right? So I don't have to wait long for a drink, and I have not had to do that here thus far. So let's dive into the menu, because I mentioned you guys have something for everybody.
Sure.
We did a TV shot yesterday with Robert, and I watched him put together these burgers for the TV show, and we had about 5 minutes to put them together, and they looked like they were had been made for 2 hours. They look beautiful, and one has barbecue and bacon. I mean, Frank, you would have had a field day in there.
I've seen them. There's not one. Listen, DJ, there's not one thing that has come out that I haven't looked at and said, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
From the macaroni and cheese to the breakfast skillet that came out with the mound of tater tots and eggs. And Alex came the other day and had
Eggs Benedict.
poached eggs or eggs Benedict and steak. And everything I've had it's giving me chills. I'm getting hungry. I don't know. I'm like one of those fat kids that starts talking about food. I guess I'm an addict. I'm getting worked up over here.
But what's funny is
starting to sweat.
when I've been here and watch people who are here for the first time, when their food comes, watching their faces, even Frank and I saw it this morning, when they get this big portion of food in front of them, and they're just like, oh my God. And we mentioned that it's a ton of food, and you're going to bring some home with you. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody like Frank who can probably finish it all. But I had the Cajun chicken and shrimp pasta a few weeks ago, and number one, it was unbelievable. And number two, I ate about half of it and brought the other half home. I couldn't finish it. It's just such a huge portion of food.
It's a value. And we're not the least expensive spot in town. I'm going to say that, but when you get your money's worth here.
Absolutely.
You get 1 or 2 meals, or sometimes 3 meals. That Pablo's chicken Cajun pasta, that's enough for like 3 or 4 meals.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's such a big thing. But there's 130 menu items on there, and how we go about those menu items is we talk to our staff and, oh, I like this. I saw this here. And we want to make things that everybody wants to eat. My biggest problem is my family every night. Where do you want to go to dinner? I want to go to Mother's. Oh, come on, guys. Let's go. Seriously, can we go someplace else? And it's, we try to make everything we can from scratch, as healthy as possible. So it's not out of a bag or a can.
Yep.
So that if somebody has an allergy or they don't like something, we can work with them. We don't say no. Somebody wants to make something on their own. Well, yeah, sure.
Yep.
We'll do it for you. Whatever you want to do. We want you to feel warm and comfortable and enjoy coming here and eating.
Well, it does feel like I'm going to Mom's, right? And the name has meaning, and family is important, as you just pointed out. But talk about the nature of the name and the brand and kind of the concept behind Mother's.
Sure.
Yeah.
So my business partner, Pete Truxall, he started it approximately about 14 years ago. And the concept was built on the warmth of a mother's kitchen, of, our generation coming downstairs on a Saturday morning, cartoons are on.
Smelling that bacon.
Exactly. Yes, sir. And that's kind of, when we're looking for employees, we want that same feel, people that can give that warmth off because, you're eating, you're supporting our families and all these people in here. And we want to make sure people understand that we're extremely thankful for that. And we got to have that feel out of our staff. We got to have that feel out of our food. The warmth has to come through. And it really does, in my opinion. And that's one of the things that has kept us doing our thing, is just trying to create that feeling that when you eat there, the food is good, the food is fresh, and there's a lot of it.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of it.
What are some of the highlights on the menu that's kind of, your best sellers, or the things that people get the first time and they go back to again and again?
So you brought up the chicken and waffles.
Yeah.
That is the silent, one of the top ones, because
the silent assassin.
Yeah, the gravy on that. Yeah. We make that gravy from scratch.
Yep.
Our roux is made. We do everything from scratch on that. The chicken, the seasoning, we season our chicken well and get a good flavor on it, make sure it's going. The Cajun chicken sandwich is one of my favorites.
Yep.
As a lunch item. The any of the burgers, we use buns from the local bread baker, Pizza Baby.
Yep.
And those things are just killer. I mean, they're so good.
Yep.
And I mean, it's really hard to say what is a popular, because everything's doing really well.
Yeah.
Our steaks are hand cut, prime cut steaks, and we offer them at a really good price. And I'll take the Pepsi challenge against a lot of steakhouses as far as quality is concerned. We don't dress them up. We get them like you would make them at home, but we want people to have a good meal.
Well, for people that can't really see this on the camera, I'm sure we'll have some angles and views.
Yeah, and we'll post some pictures as well.
So we'll put some social media out there as well. But this ambiance, this bar area, the bourbon selection, the alcohol, the selection, the TVs, it's a great environment. We came here last Sunday and sat here, and I didn't want to leave because you have all the games on. You have a great environment. You have service right there. It's like you're sitting in the club section at the Panthers game, and you're getting served, to your table. And it really is unique. And you have an outdoor area as well where the dogs can come on a beautiful fall day or spring day. It's a great place to come and hang out. But it's really just the ambience of this place is really unique and incredible.
Yeah, we've done a great job with integrating the sports bar a little bit. We have 17 televisions, 16 of them are 70s, and then we have a 100-inch in the private room for, if somebody wants to watch their own game, we can, put them in there with a bunch of their friends and, go to town. Our wings are second to none too. I mean, there's some places in town that do some amazing stuff, but ours are pretty darn good as well. But, that's kind of, we wanted to create an environment where the family could come, that was welcoming for the family, bright. But if dad wanted to watch a game, he could watch a game.
Yep.
If mom wanted to read, she can read. If somebody needed to work at the bar, the music's on, but it's not too loud, so you can work at the bar. And, we want to hit all those marks. That outdoor patio, I haven't seen too many bars that are that wide open, that have those nice roll-up doors, that you can sit out there. I mean, last night and came by and patio was packed. People were enjoying themselves. We have heaters out there and fans and trying to control all that and just have a good time. I mean, this is such a great shopping center, the Park Road Shopping Center. We were so fortunate to get this location, and the more people come and check us out, the more they'll come back again, and that's what we're trying to get right now.
So, Robert, we talked about the TVs and the sports part of it, and Robert also is a huge sports fan, and we were talking yesterday, and first of all, I know you're a huge Dodgers fan, and,
yes, sir.
And I want you to tell a couple stories, and I told Robert that I'm a big Mets fan, but that we don't talk baseball because we are rare. I love
the Dodgers
baseball.
didn't start talking baseball until probably about 2 or 3 years ago. Let's be honest. They were just like the Mets.
They have a great history, but
we're not talking Tommy Lasorda in the 80s.
Yes.
We're talking O'Malley ownership time period back, 87,
right.
88.
I mean, they were the standard back then.
But
they were.
Tell Frank, because you guys also, Frank grew up in the Arizona area and went to school at Washington, so obviously played. His sister went to Arizona State, and I think you said your daughter goes to Arizona, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I went to.
You
Arizona,
went to Arizona.
Yeah,
that's right.
She's at home.
You went to that school down there?
It's not my fault. Your daughter went to the other one, or that you went to Puglia, but it ain't my fault.
But tell Frank the story that I thought was pretty funny. So Robert worked at Dodger Stadium when he was a youngster, and his football coach also worked there, right?
Correct.
And tell Frank the story about the Cokes.
There was no cardio involved if you worked at Dodger Stadium with them, because it was, you did Cokes. So you had 60 pounds of sodas strapped to your neck.
Oh my gosh.
And he put all the young ones, all of us, up in the nosebleeds when Dodger Stadium used to be red.
Oh yeah.
So you would just go up, and you were literally running stairs for 3 hours, walking up and down. I mean, you lost 3 or 4 pounds. You were drenched. And he would just smile, laugh at you.
Imagine trying to get, you're in the business now. Yeah. Imagine trying to get employees that are willing to do that now.
Not a chance.
Not a chance.
I'd be in court.
Yeah.
I'd be in court.
He hurt my neck. Well, Robert forced me to.
Robert said that the football coach, on days that there was a game, wouldn't make the guys practice because he knew they were going to get so much cardio toting those 60-pound things of Coke around.
We do walk through.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
And you could get a light lift in if you needed that, but you stretched. You did walk through.
What high school did you go to down there?
San Marino.
San Marino. Where's that? So I'm
Southern California, San Gabriel Valley.
Okay, San Gabriel Valley. And then you went to college at U of A.
Yes, sir.
And you were there. Were you Desert Storm years?
I was.
Yeah. Rob Waldrop, Tup Hayton. They had the Singletary, Brewski. Brewski was on those teams. They had arguably one of the best defenses in college football. And I remember going down there my junior year. We were ranked number 1 in the country. And I'm from Arizona, so I had a big following there. And you had a great punter. He was probably the MVP of the game because every time we started, we were about on the 5-yard line, and he changed the field on us almost every time. But they had, like we were talking about, Ted Brewski, a guy named Rob Walchuk, Ty Parton, Singletary, Chris. Yeah, they had a great defense. They had some really good DBs as well. Offensively, they ran the wishbone. They had like Michael Bates, Mario Bates. Yep. They had both Bates in the back.
Did you win the game?
No, we lost.
They lost.
Oh, yeah, we lost. It was
Robert
a close
didn't want to bring
one.
that up.
It was a close
one. I was
one.
Let him say it.
Yeah, I know, but that was my memory, and I was kind of a little jaded because I wanted to go there. And I thought that I had a chance to maybe stay in state, and they really didn't offer. So I kind of wanted to take it over. They never beat us again. There's only a year they beat us, and we beat them like 53.
So
we beat them 53 nothing the first time, and then whatever it was the next time. But I remember those defenses and great atmosphere. It's a great place to watch college football game.
Frank was also a 3-time Arizona State wrestling champion. So
I was Arizona Athlete of the Year.
Yeah,
were you a Sunkiss kid by chance?
Wrestling?
Yeah.
No. I know who you're talking about though. I only wrestled in high school. I didn't really do it. I was too busy doing other sports. I played baseball. I played obviously football, but wrestling was just one of those things that I did. I've been doing it since I was a little kid. But the Sunkiss Kids are a very well-known wrestling organization out of Phoenix, and they do really well. But those are the glory days. I'm in the Arizona Hall of Fame now.
Wow!
And it's the glory days. I did a little bit of everything back then.
Well, Brophy Prep, Shadow Mountain.
Those are the teams we played. Brophy.
Saguaro?
Yeah. No, I went to Maryville.
Okay.
So Maryville High School, we had Darren. We had a top-ranked team in the country. We had some great athletes. Darren Woodson played for the Cowboys. A guy named Felipe Sparks played for your Giants. A guy named Kevin Galbraith, who was the Gatorade Player of the Year in the nation. Every school in the country wanted him. He had to go to junior college. He went to Glendale, and then he went to Arizona State, transferred in there. But we were all on the same team. And we had another guy named Marcus Dixon, could probably pick his school. Football really wasn't his thing. He was more basketball. But we just couldn't get over the hump and win the big one. Amphitheater, had some great teams.
Amphi had a great team.
You guys had some great. Some of the other teams down there had some great teams, but Saguaro, I think it was another one. Yeah, we had some battles.
Robert broke some news for us, by the way. Jaden Daniels is not playing for the Redskins this weekend. So
who do you root for now?
I am a Miami Dolphins fan, unfortunately.
Miami? How'd you Miami Dolphins?
I lived in LA during the time period when there was no NFL.
Yeah,
and
that's why I was in Phoenix. And in Arizona, the same thing. We didn't have the Cardinals came my senior year, and we didn't have a team. So it was either the Steelers, the Cowboys, the Rams. So all my family was Cowboy fans, and I couldn't stand that every Christmas and Thanksgiving was rooting for the Cowboys. So I chose the Steelers.
I couldn't go to Raiders games when I was a kid. We weren't allowed to because it wasn't a pleasant place.
Stay away from that.
Rams games I went to, I grew up around the corner from Merlin Olsen and his family, and there was a lot of Rams games that we would go and say hello. I mean, I'm very personable person, but for me it was I love Dan Marino.
Yeah.
Duper, all those guys. It was fun for me, and they
were probably the greatest show on turf before the greatest show on turf.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? They played hard last night. I mean, the game got away from them at the end, but they did play hard last night. I think they saved their coach's job for another week or two. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with those guys. I think you guys also have another mutual friend. I think Pete mentioned that you guys are good buddies with Steve Berline and his brother, and Frank obviously played with Berline here in Carolina.
That's one of Pete's boys right there. They're good friends. They know each other. It's not their fault. They both went there. My daughter went to Mater Dei, so we're Mater Dei folk over here. So, the limited interactions I've had with him, he's been a great guy. But like I said, I'm a Mater Dei guy where,
they were enemies.
Yeah.
You brought up,
I'll say this.
It could be a sore turf for some people.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this about Berline. He had the best basement bar I ever saw in my life. Frank lived in Valentine Country Club at the time, and so did Berline. And we went over there one day for something I don't remember, to drink and watch a game, I'm sure. And I walked in this basement and I saw this bar, and I've never been to Ireland, but I could only think this is what it looked like. And sure enough, he shipped this bar in from Ireland. So it was all authentic. Everything in there was unbelievable. And, another story funny with Berline, I was playing in a celebrity basketball tournament for Del Curry. And I was on Berline's team and whatever. And I was like the only one that was a professional athlete. So I thought I wasn't going to get it.
And the only other white guy on the court.
And I almost got in a fight with the mayor at the time because he was all over me. And
Pat McCrory?
Not Pat McCrory, the other one, Cannon.
Oh.
And I mugged him on a layup. I mean, Del Craig came up to me and was like, dude, what are you doing? I'm like, dude, he won't get off me, man. So anyway, I wasn't going to shoot the ball because I knew no one was there to see me. And I was passing up open threes, and these professional athletes, and Frank's the same way, are so competitive. We're running back down the court, and Berline gets all over. Shoot the damn ball. You're wide open. I'm going to shoot the ball. And just rips me. Next time down, I shoot it, make a three. And then I said, get me out of the game. I'm 1 for 1. I don't want to play anymore. I've already almost got kicked out. The mayor pro tem's laying on the floor. But Berline, he ripped me a new one during a charity game. I was like, my God, but he was right.
Well, speaking of charity, I know obviously, we talked about it a little earlier, Catholic schools, I'm at Catholic, the high school system is something you guys are really trying to tap into as well, trying to get into the community. And I know that Pete has been going out to a lot of the local, businesses and schools and trying to get them involved as well.
Yeah, that's a big part of it as well. Getting the high school kids. We like to hire the young ones too, give them first jobs. So we break in your kids. So bring them on down.
And they're going to do it right here. I promise you'll take care of your kids.
We actually make the parents sign a waiver that says, hey, this is a real job, real consequences.
You have to show up.
You got to stay away and let us do our thing with them. So, it helps. And, there's a lot of great kids that have worked through our system to become, good individuals in the community. But as far as the charity aspect, football programs, soccer programs, you name it, science clubs, math clubs, we're here to help people raise funds for their for their groups and, try and just help the schools as best we can. Cause we all know,
that's our
nationwide, they're underfunded. Yeah. And, if we can raise 1,000 here, a couple thousand there, $100 here, it's going to help every little bit.
Absolutely.
And I tell you, it's a great place to come after a high school game. So if you're a Catholic or Myers Park or any of the high schools around here, or junior highs or middle schools, it is a great place to come. They got plenty of room. So if the game's over and you're looking for a place to come afterwards to have a celebration and watch whatever football's on Friday night, come on in because it's perfect.
Not only that, DJ, you talked about this private room back here. I know you mentioned that briefly, but
Yes.
that's a great opportunity for any business to come have a meeting, to bring their the company, have a nice little private event, and enjoy this room as well.
Yeah. So, what you were talking about, like, we're one of the very few restaurants that you can show up with 25, 30 people and we're going to get you in.
Yep.
We're going to find a way to get you down. If, you want to do a special group in the back, watch a game together, do an awards
Draft
ceremony,
party.
draft parties.
Yeah.
I had 3 draft parties, this year.
Yeah.
That's, it's a great place. The food's good, and we don't have minimums. We just want people to come together and and eat and enjoy themselves. So, the TV also has setups for HDMI on your own sound, so you can play what you want to play and enjoy yourself. We can close it off, the doors, and you're in your own space. There's nothing there but you.
Well, Robert, thank you for having us. And I know we're going to be doing our show here, I think, once or twice a month. And
the grand opening's right around the corner.
Grand opening October
Yes, sir.
2nd. So that's going to be great. And you'll see more and hear more about that over the next couple weeks. But yeah, thanks for having us. And Frank and I have been here quite a bit in the first month and watched games here last Sunday for a while.
I can't say enough good things about this place.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It's great. And like I said, this is the first time we've taken the show on the road. We've been asked to do it and we just haven't done it. And then this just was
We're waiting for the right opportunity.
Yeah. So we're excited. We're excited and thank you for having us.
No problem.
And if you're out there listening or watching, Park Road Shopping Center, Mothers, where old Cantina used to be.
Right next to the movie theater.
Right next to the movie theater. And I always forget the store where I always buy hats 2 doors down. But where you get
REI.
No. I always forget the name of it, but all my buddies go there, and
They're good folk there.
they're great folks there. So yeah, it's a great shopping center. I mean, it really is a lot of foot traffic, and so thanks again for having us. We'll I think we're back in 3 weeks, and just we'll get on social media, tell you what the day and time is if you want to come by and hang out. But in the meantime, come by and check it out, whether it's after a game to watch games or whatever. Dylan, thank you over there. Big D did a good job
Also got
with everything. And
also got to thank Neogenics for stopping by as well.
Neogenics and Thompson.
Nico, yeah.
Thompson stopped by too. Thompson's the biggest foster care organization in the region. So they've come by, and I know we're going to introduce you to him if you haven't met him already, and see if there's some things we can do there. So thanks for joining us, everybody. Thanks for watching today. We'll be back Monday, hopefully a Panthers victory Monday, but I don't know if I've bet on it.
Good luck.
Have a good weekend.
All right.